All right, wonderful people. Welcome back to this wonderful channel where we bring you back-to-back updates and information as it is hot. In case you have not joined our social media handle, what are you waiting for? Kindly go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, share, and also remember to on your notification button so that whenever our news drop, you will be the first. We'll collect them. Let's go down to the news proper according to the information wey be say e dey my table. The NLC chairman and his boys don dey lament. They say that they reject port and harbour bill wey be say the house wan pass. They say that they will do anything within their power to make sure that that bill did not see the light of the day. Let's go down so that you can get the full detail of the information of this bill and why NLC is protesting against it. Says bill poses grave danger for national security, economy, among others, vow to resist passage with everything possible. This comment is coming from the NLC. They say that this bill that they have vowed to resist the passing of the bill with everything possible. The two in-house unions in the nation's maritime industry, the Maritime Workers Union of Nigeria (MWUN) and the Senior Staff Association of Statutory Corporation and Government-Owned Companies SSASCGOC, Nigerian Port Authority (NPA) branch have rejected the Port and Harbour Bill at the National Assembly, seeking to repeal the act that set up the NPA. They warn that the bill, if passed into law as being proposed, would, among others, threaten the nation's security and economy and render many Nigerians, including NPA employees, jobless. At a joint briefing yesterday in Lagos, both unions, President General of MWUN, Prince Adewale Adeyanju, and his NPA counterpart, Akinola Bodunde, claimed that the bill that was rejected and thrown away by the 8th National Assembly was being sneaked in for the legislation through the back door by some dubious and unscrupulous individuals. They called on Nigerians to rise against the bill aimed at appropriating and handing over national patrimony to a few individuals, recalling that the bill in the 8th National Assembly was jettisoned from becoming law through the intervention of well-meaning Nigerians, stakeholders, and the effort of two in-house unions. According to we wish to note that this said bill, if allowed to be passed into law, will have a far-reaching grave consequences on the security of the nation, as it will code harbor, jetty, and terminal operations into private hands. We are therefore not surprised that the bill is being vigorously sponsored by certain unpatriotic individuals within the maritime sector, who are hell-bent on appropriating our commonwealth and cornering the same into the lining of their pocket and that of their cronies. We would have the thought that given our persistent cry and various notices pointing to the deplorable state of our various nations' seaports, the script that of port access roads, collapsing quay, aprons, and the general failure of infrastructure within our ports. The focus of this 10th National Assembly would have been to find solution to the myriad of problems bedeviling our ports, terminal, jetties, and oil and gas platforms, and even the need to dredge all the ports, particularly Calabar, Warri, Oni, etc., for increased efficiency, and not to clandestine and recklessly seek to misappropriate public infrastructure through unfriendly legislation for the benefit of individuals whose only interest is capital accumulation and not the general public. We are further surprised that the sponsors of this bill outrightly injured our demand to call the international oil companies, IOC, operating in our sovereign territorial economic zones, who have deliberately refused to obey our extant maritime regulations, standards, and laws, but find it expedient to sit in the comfort of their hallowed chambers to push for laws that will be detrimental and inimical to the welfare and well-being of working class Nigerians and our nation's security and sovereignty. The joint House unions MWUN and SSACGOC use this medium to convey our views to the leadership, members of the National Assembly, and the new Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy that this is certainly not the right way to go, as this ploy by these selfish individuals in the maritime sector will cause chaos and anarchy in the industry, which has enjoyed sustained peace since the idea of projecting the Hash Bill was killed in 2018, will not be allowed to come to fruition. According to the unions, a sneak peek into a copy of the bill has revealed that its previous wholly employment that will not be pensionable as well as not transferable and without access to the terminal benefits. This is the height of the inconsideration by the proponents of the bill to the right of the workers to the necessary payment for service rendered by a worker. In accordance to known law, industrial relation practices, equity, and good conscience. We believe that allowing this bill to be passed into law will effectively institutionalize the evil concept of casualization of workers and negate the provision of the Pension Reform Act 2004 as amended. This is in direct contrast to the avowed promises of Mr. President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu to ensure the provision of about 5 million jobs for Nigerians through newly created Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy. Having said this, we, the two in-house unions in the maritime sector, MWUN and SSASCGOC, will not fold our hands and allow a few unpatriotic Nigerians within the industry to trip up the nation's commonwealth and render our sector unproductive via this infamous bill that will only create poverty, hopelessness, hunger, and generate avid bitterness amongst the already impoverished workers and Nigerian citizenry. Consequently, we confirm our absolute vote of confidence on the Nigerian Port Authority (ACT) as it currently relates to the Nigerian state and the well-being of the workers in the sector, and we will vehemently resist all attempts to push this hellish bill further. We therefore demand its withdrawal in its entirety with the laid down laws. When I don't see the palavala de vele. All the English where they speak there, all the English where they hear be say the house one pass bill where be say the port go they be managed by individuals. It's more like a privatized business, many things. And this union are saying that they are going to do everything within their power, whether tooth and nail, to make sure that this particular bill does not see the light of the day. And looking at the plans of these people and what is in that bill, according to the information review, that the bill is going to affect so many Nigerians and it's going to cause many people to lose their job, because once this business is in a private hand, it means that there will be no more there will be nothing like pension or gratuity anymore, because it is no more into the government hands. And these people are crying that this is going to affect a lot of workers if the government allow this particular bill to be passed and see the light of the day. And they are complaining that this bill sometime in 2018 was dropped, and somehow some unscrupulous individual, according to them, went through the backyard, still want to present this bill again because of their personal interest. Of course, you know that the issue of nation's wealth and whatever it is not what people should go into with personal interest. That is why Africa is still underdeveloped till today. Because had it been that everybody is working towards development of our society, by now things could have been better. But you see somebody, onye gị na ya na-agba nta tọnụzi asị na ụkwụ dị ka ụkwụ anụ tụtụrụ egbe n'ọkpa ịtaị ọkwa ya bụ na ọsọ eme ka ndọbili na-ehihie ndị ọma